One of the most anticipated games of 2010, one of the most successful franchises in the world, 92 million copies of the series sold so far. And I'd say we're close to all those owners in HMV Oxford Street. Hello, I'm here with the producer and art director of Final Fantasy 13, Yoshinori Kitase and Isumu Kamikakurio. Gentlemen, welcome. Thank you for being here. We have a series of fan questions from the absolutely billions of Final Fantasy fans who are out there. And the first one comes in from Michael Whittington, who says, do you think that the latest instalment will set up the possibility of a live-action 3D film version in the vein of Avatar? It certainly has potential. What do you think?
Yes, as far as Final Fantasy is concerned, depiction of great characters have always been important, have got a very important role in it. And live motion, if we could employ live motion to make a Final Fantasy movie, obviously the technology would give it another degree of depth. So that would be a good idea. But in Final Fantasy, you're supposed to be sort of superhuman heroes who defeat big, huge monsters. So that live action is, on its own would not be adequate. So obviously we would have to combine technology with computer graphics. And yes, it would be. It sounds really fantastic. It would be my dream, but we haven't got any plans at the moment.
Okay, our next question comes in from Sarah Louise Parnell. Who was the most enjoyable character to design and develop? And do you become a bit attached to your characters?
I would like to name Lightning as my favorite character because I really adore her personally. Lightning is one of the very few female protagonists in the franchise. But I mean, as opposed to the past female characters, Lightning is very strong and she's very cool and she's very attractive in a more sort of non-gender sense. And she's strong enough to actually beat up and defeat a big man like 7 foot tall. But sort of at the beginning of the story, her sort of strength is really accentuated. But as the story rolls on, you will see her growing up internally and emotionally, and you will begin to see the kind of fragility and more feminine side of her character. And then, while I was creating her character, I became really attached to her.
And finally, this is from Keith Miller. I would like to know how you come up with such great stories and characters for each Final Fantasy game.
Final Fantasy 13 is throughout the series. I mean, the main theme has always been different, never the same. But Lightning and other main characters have got this unfair destiny imposed on them by Parsi, which are actually God's senders. And the story depicts how her and her friends reach a point where they're determined to fight back and to get through. So I think that kind of theme is quite universal wherever you live and what kind of gender you may be. And but if you play the game, I would like you to reflect the kind of theme on your own life. If you're having to deal with an unfair destiny, or you've got to deal with an adversity, rather than just break down and defeat, that I would like you to go ahead with hope in mind and be strong. That's the message from the game.
Well, that's a great message to end on, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Terry, you are our winner! Congratulations, let's hear it for Terry!